Oh my freaking dog. The entire internet went down again. It's been doing that a lot recently and it's extremely annoying. And I have no idea why. Let's continue this. It's so annoying. So annoying. Like it at least until now it only happened like midday-ish and never not during a stream. I tend to stream like in the afternoon, evening. But now it just totally happened at 10 p.m., so no rhyme or reason to it. It just really sucks. Possible route to the roof that you haven't found. And even then, a route doesn't put that bullet in the Merc's head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one. Alright, I gotta unmute the game. I just muted it because, I was trying to do other things.
A gun.
Let me check another thing real quick. Yep. Man. Okay. Phase 2, murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt in the shape of a gun.
Just don't contradict yourself. If it doesn't sound like Ruby did it, maybe keep it to yourself.
I've already established Ruby's running drugs. She could have smuggled guns too. There's a small 28% chance that the shot came from beyond the roof. Show them the antique rifle. There are weapons like this just lying around Martinez. That's not a functional weapon though. The local pawn shop sold my lost gun to a woman. Maybe it was her. Yeah. Wait, no, that doesn't... Maybe it does? No, I only showed up after the guy died, right? So that doesn't make sense. She could have smuggled guns too. That sounds bad. Oh well.
God damn. That's just about your favorite topic, isn't it? Every fucking 5 seconds.
All I'm saying is, from what I saw in her cabin, she'd have no trouble getting a gun. Fine, Titus. I'm not getting into it, if it touches on your precious business. All I'm saying is...
Trouble. This is Revachol. Even the roidheads in the gym had a carbine. No one has trouble getting a gun. I still never saw her carry one.
Thanks. Nanako.
He must be referencing some past case of theirs. He's angry because he knows you're right. What he's saying only confirms your theory.
I didn't say I'd prove she had the murder weapon, just that we need to find her.
All right, Carl. Keep talking. I'll tell you when I've had enough.
Pete, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this?
Phase 3. Motive. The last component.
It's not why did she kill him, it's why did she organize the cover-up. Maybe it's all part of her leadership challenge against you, Titus. Maybe she killed him because she thought it would curry favor with you? No. Why did she organize the cover-up?
And I suppose you have a theory on that.
She could have just been covering up for herself, Titus.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
Thank you, Shanky.
Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd have been first.
Time for a logics demonstration.
Eugene, let's assume you killed him. Shanky, let's assume you killed him. Titus, let's assume you killed him. Ah, jeez, Man, I don't know. This. So Eugene just said, like, he could have come up with the same plan. Shanky is just, kind of like, man, she was fast. And Titus, I don't feel like he'd be mad if we said that, but he's also kind of the most reasonable of the bunch. Eugene seems kind of reasonable too. Titus, let's assume you killed him.
You're on thin ice here, asshole.
It's a thought exercise, Titus. Think. You kill him. Get up there. Shoot him. Get down.
Would you prefer to go on trial with your men, as part of a lynch mob, or alone for cold-blooded murder?
Alone. I don't drag my men into shit with me.
If she used us, then that's a serious violation of the Hardy Code, boss.
But she didn't. She would never do that. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she skipped town. This is good.
Titus, you have to see it. Things don't add up. We need to talk to her.
Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods. A very small nod. And a trickle of tobacco spit on his lip. This is the only option he cares for.
Opinion.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions, if you want. I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. However, hard I asked. Wanna know why?
Why?
She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior, why fleeing is always incriminatory.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that.
When did she leave? What was she scared of? Do you have any clues on where Ruby went? Have you looked for her? Do you know what she's doing with Ulan frequencies? When did she leave?
Friday afternoon, when you first arrived. I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation.
Have you looked for her?
A little. On the coast.
Where have you looked for her, more precisely?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlock. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there.
Can you tell me where on the coast I should start looking?
Sure, there's some shit houses there. A cinderblock town. Fisherfolk there refuse to unionize, so that's one place we haven't looked. I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up.
Okay.
We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like?
Boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. She looks like a Lowry Megan.
Do you know what she's doing with the Ulan frequencies?
The what now? I have no idea. Boys?
She said she's building a pale emitter.
A pale emitter?
What?
We were talking about radio equipment. She said she's doing Ulan frequencies and a pale something. I don't know more.
This guy barely understands what he's talking about.
There you have it. Pale something.
What was she scared of?
I told you. You.
As in the RCM?
No, you. As in the cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes.
No wonder she's afraid. I've come to declare the ending of the human experiment. She probably knew me from my singing days. I'm sorry. God, why does everything flee at the sight of my shadow? I have no idea why she'd be scared. I'm just a normal cop with regular thoughts in his head. I'm sorry. Because I am the sorry cop. I have to kind of stay in character, right?
It seems you have that effect, especially on women.
He looks at you.
Right. That's the second one now who's trying to flee you.
You know, when I first saw you limp in here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure.
Any clues?
She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry, so she's on foot.
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her.
Yeah, Al, and we won't either.
She's not really a hardy candidate anymore, is she?
She's not, Glenn.
What else did Ruby tell you about me?
She said you have a funny taste in clothes, and that you won't stop.
Won't stop?
Until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a human can opener, that you play suspects against each other, open them up like cans.
What? That doesn't sound anything like me.
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just...
Open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. Now, we can whine about it, whack him, or we can go on with our lives. I'm having a go on with our lives kind of day, Al. How about you?
It's not an actual question.
Oh, really?
Silence. He nods.
Is that true, Kim? Am I a can opener? Anything else? Anything?
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This caught Titus. This caught Pete. But she was too scared.
Huh. It's not much, but it'll do.
It'll have to.
He puts his hand out. Shake it, I guess.
His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite. Not just granite, tightly packed RCM sergeant material.
I'm not gonna tell him to be a cop. Just think it.
No, he already is a sergeant. That's what you're feeling. He just wasn't sure what you are.
Okay. Oop. Let's put on our regular clothes again. Ba-ba-ba. And something else, the hat. Okay, that's one thing down. Kind of want to do this, but I'm not sure where to go exactly. The boardwalk. Oh, also, the lorry. Some check-in with some lorry. Where was that? What lorry are we talking about? Cargo container door. Novelty dice maker. Measurehead. Trash container. Map wall. Renee. Barbell. Or door. Measurehead. Bar door. Huh? Huh? Oh, there it is. Abandoned lorry. Oh, that's a physical instrument thing. Probably not gonna get that. Could you do the church today? It's the one thing I couldn't remember to most. Okay. I mean, I was definitely gonna do that today, but I thought first I would do like the where is it? Huh? The sniper, the gun thing. Where is it now? Where did it go? Ah, there it is. Kind of want to do this first. Also, let me ask, maybe I can get Gart to tell me about that door now.
Ah, smallest church in Saint-Saëns, right?
Oh. I guess he has something to say about my performance from yesterday. The cafeteria manager is waiting for you to acknowledge that he recognized the song. Yeah, the church is actually my past. Yeah, the church is actually my life. Yeah, the church is actually my love. Things are really bad with it. I fucking rocked that shit. I told you I'd rock that shit.
It was alright. Subdued. I might start letting people up there again. Now, what can I do for you?
I saw another thing.
Great. I love those.
Guard, I saw a sign that said I couldn't go into the kitchen. Why can't I go into the kitchen?
What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business.
Maybe I am a cook? I have a search warrant. But there may be something pertinent to the investigation in the kitchen.
He wasn't pan-fried. He was lynched. What could the kitchen possibly have to do with...
He changes his mind.
Fine, okay. The kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the cook is working. You can snoop around after that, if you must.
Yes? I've already been in there though, so that was a little weird. Bye. Do you know where the island is that I'm supposed to find maybe some traces of a shooting or whatever? And the boardwalk or whatever. Is this the island? No. Like, yeah, but how do I get there? Is this the island? No. Oh, wait, maybe it is.
The sight of bullet holes stirs something in you, making you forget the lieutenant's surname.
Look closer first.
The faded marks are too degraded to draw any forensic conclusions. Just chips in the sandstone. They look pretty ancient.
Kim, look, bullet holes.
Where?
Point to the chips in the wall. Someone has been shot. We're cops, we should solve it.
There? Those are old.
Oh, you mean like from the revolution?
Yes, the one that happened half a century ago. Those bullets were fired during the revolution and do not warrant an investigation by officers of civil law.
Okay, what can you tell me about this revolution? Do I want to hear about this again? I guess.
Not much. I don't have a fresh perspective on it. Shall we go?
Okay, thanks. This is not an island, but those are some stairs. An island to and island the employees. You would need to ride a boat. Cross a bridge. So I guess it's on the other side of that place. Maybe this is the boardwalk. Maybe the boardwalk is over here. Somewhere. Somewhere around here. Why can't I just find things easily? Just show me on the map where you want me to go, game. Because I'm certainly not finding anything like this.
A lorry abandoned by the smell of... There's something odd about the passenger seat. You close the... A lorry stuck in the traffic jam.
I'm looking for the, the island and the boardwalk. I am going to the church after I've done that, or at least after I've given up on it. I guess I'll just try walking around here a little bit. Maybe I'll find it like this. Guess it's not over here. Oh, where the guy died. I guess that makes sense. I was gonna go there too. I'm definitely gonna have an easy time finding it again. That's for sure. Because I don't get lost. It's like around here somewhere. Nothing to worry about. I got it. It's like, nope, now I'm going the other place. But maybe here there are some bullets. Maybe this is the island? Or something? What's this? There's a slit in the concrete here. See a sewer?
The light vanishes inside the concrete slit. The structure goes deep under the earth.
Yell-ho! Into the slit. What's in there? Kim, any idea what's down there? What's in there?
Maybe it's just a storm drain for the sewer.
Kim, any idea?
No idea. Could be connected to one of the buildings around here.
Think we might find Ruby down there?
We might find her down somewhere. There's an old storm drain system beneath Martinez that's mostly collapsed. Revachol's sewage system has been built and rebuilt 4 or 5 times now. In conclusion, she could be under any building. I hope not.
Oh!
There's no echo and no answer.
Okay. Jeez, man. I'm lost. Does this lead to the boardwalk? I don't think so. Right, this was a different place. I mean, this leads to where I found those zoologists, but was that connected to that? Maybe this way? Alright, that's just their shadow. Man! I definitely went there today by accident. A door, a building, a hiding place. Could the instigator be inside? Maybe? Okay, I guess I'm not going past here. Oh, wait.
There's no way the perp is in here, officer. Look how scarred the boards are. All attempts to pry them off have failed.
The map might help, yes. Can I try to get in through? Can I get in though? Kim, you think she's in there? Can I get in?
Not this time. The opposition is insurmountable. But I like the spirit. Have some points. It's lonely and cold without points.
Yeah.
And dangerous. Dangerous too.
Kim, you think she's in there?
The suspect? God, I hope not. I can't see a way in, though many have tried.
Nothing more to do here. Boop, boop. Map. Where am I? I don't think I can tell where I am. No, but I guess it would be north from here. I guess it would be closer to the church. If this there is where it is, maybe? No, wait, that's the thing that was it used to be here, but isn't anymore. Boardwalk. I don't know. Stupid outdated map. Maybe this is the way. No, I'm just going here again. You are correct about that. I guess I just happened to walk to the church, so let's go inside, I guess. Low in health, put points into endurance. Nah. Nah. Do I look like somebody who needs health? Puh. Never. So, what's going on here?
Yes, what is it?
Have you seen anyone suspicious? Like a woman named Ruby?
What? No, no one's suspicious around here.
Really? Not even the Crabman?
She has not seen her, sire. 'Tis true.
Okay. I could try this again, if I put a point into a perception. But first, let's look around. Maybe the Crabman's back. Or maybe not. Oops, didn't mean to run there, I'm sorry. It came from the stained glass window. Still has letters on it too. What did? So it's the thing you want me to do to increase my perception and try this thing again? Because that's what I'm about to do. Perception. Man, it's already pretty decent. Now to equip some perception gear. Perception. Whoops. What the fuck? Why is it flipping out like this? Perception. Why? Why are you moving like this? No perception here. Any... Okay, we got +1 in total already, so I guess let's just try like this.
Yes, what is it?
58%. Jeez, man. Alright. Let's try.
Everything
Yes.
disappears. You are draped in silence like a drowning man staring into his puny little headspace. And then the pressure changes.
What does it mean?
It feels like flying on an aerostatic, or when your ears pop, or like a subtle difference in the atmosphere, a weather change hanging in the air. What if the sound you're looking for is too low for you to hear it?
So now, take off the headphones. What if we just need a better sound system?
A better sound system? Alright, but where would we get one?
I know a guy.
Suddenly, a rhythmic beat permeates the walls, causing a small patch of decorative stucco to crumble onto the wooden floor.
He should really allocate some renovation funds to this place.
Murmurs the lieutenant, inspecting the damage done to the arabesques.
No. What they really should do is shut down the disco men for disturbing neighborhood peace.
Yes, but they could help with the speakers.
You mean the speed freaks?
She closes her eyes as more dance music invades the holy silence of the sanctuary.
Of course. The speed freaks. They have a fantastic sound system. And you think they would help me?
They would if you wouldn't mind them moving in with you.
I guess I could live through a week or two of peaceful coexistence.
Hey, I'll go talk to them then.
Sure. Let me know how it goes. Thanks, officer.
Right. Well, this is definitely going to be great for everyone. What, 2 things updated? I guess they are the same. Like, right, yes, the Ravers and Sona. Doopy-doopy-doo. Am I going outside? Now I am. Good thing I got that bridge to make this trek a little shorter, even though it wouldn't have been that short anyway. By the way, have you noticed that the weird graphical bug is still in the top left corner? Even despite, you know, restarting the game and the PC and all that. Pretty cool, huh? Okay. So it's a feature then.
Hi again. So, yes? What's the deal?
Good news, I managed to convince Sona she's okay with you guys moving in, but on one condition, she needs your speakers for her project.
We are grateful, Copman. You're an augury of a new era of anodic dance music.
The speed freak smiles, happier than he's ever been before. You're going to have to share space for a couple of weeks until she gets her research finished.
That's fine. We can manage.
He grins, excited.
And you're still sure about keeping our little side business, right?
Actually, I've been thinking. Oh, you mean the illegal drug lab? There will be no shady shenanigans in the church, only love and anodic dance music.
Fine. We can make do. It's going to take us a bit to move our stuff inside. A couple of hours, maybe. Come check back later. Let's get moving.
Leave the tent. Okay then. I've done my job and now I've got to wait a little bit, I guess. Let's say I'm going to wait until like, I don't know, 4 PM. It's currently 1 PM. Is this stuff that I can pick up? No, it's not. Now to find that boardwalk. Which was, over here somewhere. Over this way, probably. Maybe. Possibly. It could be over there. It might be. Don't tell me it's not. I mean, if you do tell me that it's not, then that's also helpful. But only if it actually isn't. Oh, a couple of hours have passed, I see. I guess it is a little later than I thought. Oh, that makes things quicker then. Yeah, because she's probably in here, huh? Let's check that real quick.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while.
Oh, okay.
You see a handle.
Could this structure have been used to take the shot?
From here to the whirling, I can't see how. The church is in the way.
Walk away. I don't know why I would even ask that. Seems a little silly. Alright, church action. Show me what you got. I want to know your secrets. I hope I don't have to pass another perception check there. Oh boy. Hello.
Yeah, it's all set up, man. Can you already imagine 1,000 people in here? 10,000!
He waves his hands in an unbelievably lame, non-hardcore manner.
Ecstatic vibrations, totally transcendent. And I've finished setting up the new compressor too.
He looks at the imposing black box in the corner that's churning out the sound.
Now the only thing left to do is the name of the club. Will you do the honors, detective?
What do you propose as a name, Andre? Marcelo, what would you suggest as a name? Egghead, you must have a lot of ideas. Noid, give me your 2 cents on this issue. Sona, do you have an opinion on this? Kim, how would you name the club? Let's give the honors to Marcel.
How about something simple, like the club?
Too modern and too ironic. We don't want ironic. We want real. Real and true and beautiful. Like a morning after the rave.
Kim?
I wouldn't build a club, and I wouldn't name it either.
Okay.
An underground place with no name? Sounds like something the Crabman would say.
We're not going with anything the Crabman would say.
Why not? The Crabman has ideas, Estelle. Ideas from another level of consciousness.
I don't care. I don't like the Crabman, and I don't like his ideas. His ideas are spooky. Next, please.
Egghead?
Yakokata! Yakokata! The place to be!
Yeko Qatar, the zone of ecological catastrophe. That's too morbid, Egg. Got anything else?
Hardcore! Hardcore to the nega! No, it has to be bigger than hardcore. Yes, it has to be even bigger than hardcore to the mega. It has to be bigger than the scene.
I'm not gonna ask the other two. How about you, Zona? I don't think you have any... Yeah, I didn't think you were interested in this, but...
I don't.
Good. We have too many opinions anyway.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna ask for yours, jerk. I think I've come up with a name.
You have? Well,
Disco
what's the name?
Elysium. No truce with the Furies. Revachol West. No truce with the Furies. WTF.
What does that mean?
He yells over the thumping music.
Of course, he had to smuggle in Furies somehow.
The lieutenant mumbles to himself.
It's too long. No one's gonna remember it on a Friday night.
No truce!
Egg's right. They can call it no truce if it's too long. At least it stands out from the others. It evokes something. It's victorious.
And yet mysterious.
He looks around the church as light beams wash over the dance floor, bathing it in violet blue.
It's settled then. Everyone welcome to No Truce with the Furies.
Aw, yeah.
Andre breaks into frenzied dance-like motion to celebrate the name. Someone turns up the beat.
Dance like. What are you doing, Andre?
I'm dancing.
He performs yet another strange pattern of moves, but it doesn't look very cool or modern. Honestly, it looks kind of lame.
That soft core gyrating is supposed to be dancing?
We should talk about it. We should talk about your so-called dancing.
Yes, my man.
He jumps up and down with glee, his moves punctuated by the stroboscopic flash of the club lights.
Talk? What is there to talk about if you can express yourself with moves? Audio waves thump against your ribcage.
Oh no.
The speaker setup makes everything sound much better. But there's a noticeable lack of something.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm meaning to ask you, what's with the hair?
It's to express my individuality.
Is that a bald spot? It's hard to tell for sure, with the fused together spikes, but it looks like he's balding.
Or is it because you're balding? Is it important for you to be an individual? Or is it because you're balding? That's kind of mean. Oh well.
Because I'm balding, yes. I want to fuse the remains of my hair together before it leaves me. I want to show my hair. I don't give a fuck how old you think I am. I'm 20.
How old are you, Andre?
Not 20.
Is it important to be in... fair enough.
Maybe it was a bad idea. Anyway.
It's maybe I have a bunch of savoir-faire items. Maybe I do. I don't think I have enough, but hey. Savoir, savoir, savior, savoyer, savoir, savoyer. Savoir, that's minus, savoir, minus. So, why are you freaking out again? Savoir, plus 1. I mean, I could try with plus 1. Oh, my current one gives me minus. No, wait, no, it doesn't. But I do have... No, I don't have a minus on anything. On that. Huh? Wait. Yeah. Well, that's not gonna do much. Savoir-faire. I have 6 of this. How is it so hard when I have 6? Jesus.
Oh, hey man, it's good to see you.
What the hell? Is it a white check? It is. So, whatever.
You close your eyes and dream of the shapes your body should form to bring this strange music into life. For now, such ferocity of motion is beyond you.
But just imagine the moves you could pull to this futuristic beat.
Puts a grin on your face just to think about it. Even a failed attempt gets the juices flowing and repairs some of the damage done by battles lost. If you up the dose and truly dance, who knows what will happen? Salvation.
Okay.
Goodbye, officer.
Well, I guess that was okay.
She's whistling a melody, her trusty contact mic attached to a wooden pulpit. At the sound of your footsteps, she stops what she was doing and turns to you.
Hey there. I've been recording some new audio from all these beams and rafters. The sounds travelling through the wood are pretty cool. Creaks and stuff. Like you're underwater, you know? But like, underwater inside a tree.
Wow.
But that's not really what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to thank you instead.
What for? Well, it makes sense. I've likely deserved some praise and adoration. What for?
For getting me and my friends in here. And we even found some new associates, such as they are.
How's everyone doing?
Good, I think. Noid is getting a read on the place. I think he finds the carpentry very impressive. Andre's been setting up the compressor and dancing. Egghead's been keeping the party up. He's got the stage under control. Sorna, the programmer, she's doing whatever she does. Behind that radio computer of hers. She doesn't talk to us much. And the Crabman hasn't shown himself, thank God.
Now, can you tell me about your associates? Sure.
Sure. You helped us out. I can repay the favour. What do you want to know?
Tiago? Who's Tiago again? Huh?
Oh, the Crabman.
Oh, right.
Still gives me the creeps the way he moves. But he doesn't actually come down that much, just climbs around the rafters. I just tried to stay away from the Crabman. But he talks to Noid. They seem to have some thing going on.
Talks to Noid? What for? What does he do up there? Thanks. What he talks about? Well, about what?
Beats me. Noid said they get along somehow. They're both crazy enough, I guess.
What does he do up there?
Who knows? He doesn't really answer our questions, see? Not that it's easy to ask them. What are we supposed to do? Yell up at the tower?
About the others?
Who do you want to know about?
Andre.
Andre? He's a cool guy. Doesn't really come off as one, but he is. To me, at least. He takes care of shit. Sorry. I mean, he's got a vision. For what life should be, you know? He tries to push things until everything falls into place. He's an organizer.
What has he organized?
Nothing. But then again, there's nothing to organise around here either. He really wants this church thing to work. Must have taken it as a sign when he found it abandoned like that. Said it was an augury. I don't know where he got that from. Andre's not super intelligent. I've never seen him so psyched about anything though. And he's often psyched. Looks sort of desperate, like it's his last chance or something. Or maybe he was just high. I mean, not that he does drugs, just high, you know.
I do think he does drugs. On his mother's love. We're police officers, but we're corrupt. Rotten to the marrow. You can tell us about drugs and shit. I don't give a fuck. Yeah.
Yeah. Drugs. Shit. Fuck. We don't care.
He smirks.
Yes. Anyway.
Is Andre your boyfriend?
Yes.
Tell me about the others.
Who do you want to know about?
How about
He's a
Noid?
four-burger, I guess, like the rest of us. Okay, maybe not Egg, I don't know about him, but Noid and the rest are from Forberg, making the pilgrimage up north to visit the Palaceum. He's real hardcore about the lifestyle.
What does he do?
What do you mean do? Like for a living?
No, I meant for breakfast. Of course for a living.
He's a carpenter, trained and all. He's very good, he just doesn't have the mindset to work like that, in a shop somewhere.
What kind of mindset is that?
He abides by the hardcore, sir. You would have to ask him yourself.
And you?
Sir, I abide by the law.
A strange feeling. Like before, when you caught her lying better than she should have. Every now and then, something feels off about the way she speaks. She doesn't exactly change tone, but you feel as though there's more about her that she lets on.
What is this pilgrimage you're talking about?
It's just something poor Forberg kids do every spring. To pass the time, we walk the entire length of Boogie Street, up to Jamrock. Or as much as possible.
Why wouldn't it be?
I don't know, man. Have you been down Boogie Street? It's a little bewildering.
Let's say I haven't been down Boogie Street. Oh, I'm sorry. Have I not told you I'm a raging alcoholic who recently drank himself into oblivion so deep he can't even remember what sound like the biggest street in the city? I haven't.
Okay. Then you should go and take a look, I guess. Boogie Street is cool. It's got a lot of immigrants and all kinds of different people.
I might just do that if I make it there alive. It's unlikely I'll make it there. Chest pains. Need to continue drinking, but thank you. I might.
Yeah. I hope you do.
Tell me about the
What do you
others.
want to know about?
Egghead.
What do you mean?
What does he think he's doing when he yells that stuff? Where's he from? How long has he been with you guys? Sure.
Actually, we don't know where he's from. Or who he is, really. One time we were out partying somewhere in backwater Forberg. Or maybe even Coal City. I can't remember. Maybe it was Coal City.
The worst of the Banlieues. A wretched heap of closed mines, even west of Jamrock, on the dusty slope of Montmartre, the remotest possible area of Revachol. No one even wants to exploit those people anymore.
Egg was yelling along to some jam someone was spinning, all night long. Just kept yelling until he didn't have a shred of voice left. When the sun came up over the mines. There were mines? Yeah, it was in Coal City. Egg came with us. He made this wheezing puppy dog sound all the way back. Couldn't even speak. It was definitely Coal City, because it took us 2 days to walk back to the fort. He just wheezed the whole way. We never really asked why he came with us, or who he was. I think his name is Jermaine. People are sweet.
She says quietly.
You can see it must have been a great night. The memory causes her to go silent for a moment or two. You wish you'd been there.
What does he think he's doing?
Oh, that. He's the party boy.
What's a party boy?
A nod at music doesn't really do vocals in the traditional sense. Vocals are thought of as rock. That's to say they're a bit backward. No offence if you like rock music though. Rock music's cool by me.
Pachoo, swish. Your credentials as the resident future man of Revachol are being questioned. Show her you're hip with the times, Grimes.
I am. Goddamn right, rock music is the coolest rock music forever. No offense taken, go on. You don't have to tell me rock is backward. I'm the future man. I abandoned rock in the 30s. Stupid rock. No offense taken. This is silly and stupid in a way that it's acceptable to me.
Ah, okay.
She nods.
Anyway, even if you don't have vocals, you
I think
still
she
need
believes
someone
me.
to say something every now and then, right? To urge things on. That's where the party boy comes in. He basically just stands on the stage and dances and yells how awesome everything is. It's very catchy.
I understand. People are usually afraid to do things if others aren't already doing them. Dancing makes you dance, like sneezing makes you sneeze, or yawning makes you... Anyway.
He looks around a little embarrassed of the enthusiasm he offers in the interjection.
Who do you want to know about?
So, Sona then.
Oh, she's a bit odd, I have to say. Doesn't talk much. I'm not really sure how to vibe with her, you know? Seems like she's not in a very good mood most of the time. But earlier today, she told me about Welkins. And she seemed oddly happy, like she had some idea with those little creatures. Some artistic idea. I didn't really listen, I was busy with my mic.
Jeez. Actually, do tell me about yourself.
Me? Again?
Yes, I forgot. Tell me about yourself.
I told you, I'm a silver bird.
There's that phrase again. Really reminds you of something.
What does that mean?
It means I don't answer questions about myself.
But I'm a police officer. You have to answer me. There's more to that than you let on. What am I not seeing?
Alright,
She picks up the tape recorder and looks you in the eye.
there is.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
Thank you. Some other
Sure.
questions. Huh. Reaction speed 2. Have you seen a red-haired woman around?
No,
Just no?
it's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast.
Teenagers skulking around. Gang members looking for a hole in the Union's defenses. Maybe Ruby too. But she wouldn't be able to tell from him.
That's good. No neighbors to complain about noise when you get the club going. Considering what we're trying to do here, this doesn't look like a good sign. Let me read that cell warfare thing again. I was kind of not paying attention. Teenagers skulking around, gang members looking for a hole in the Union's defenses. Maybe Ruby too, but she would... okay. It's pretty deserty, I only hear the dogs bark. Sure.
Exactly. It's our chance to turn the grim desolation into an overwhelmingly fun dance party.
That's it for now. Let's see if I have some reaction speed gear. Ah, why is this being weird? Reaction speed, reaction speed. Wait, right? Reaction speed? Damn it. What? Reaction speed, reaction speed, reaction speed, reaction speed, reaction speed. Nope. We do have a -1 on it, but 1 isn't going to make enough of a difference to really attempt that roll, I think. Crabman's not hanging out here.
You got us in, cop. I can't believe you got us in.
He looks around the hall, examining the carpentry.
With wonder in his sharp eyes.
Between you and me, I don't know if you've noticed this about me. I'm a little suspicious of authority. But you really came through for the hardcore underground.
Yes, you really came through for the hardcore underground. How come?
Andre is busy cutting some slightly less lame, but still quite ungainly shapes on the church floor, sweating profusely. Estelle using her contact mic to listen to a tree underwater. The one with the large head is blasting the dance track on repeat, while the stained glass window behind him is rattling from the bass. Sire, the tent. 'Twas a security risk. And in here, sanctuary. 'Twas only noble of you.
These kids got spunk. I admire that. Better here than in that tent. It wasn't safe. I'm genuinely into the hardcore lifestyle. You wouldn't understand. I'm a corrupt cop, Kim. There's a corrupt scheme. I did it for mankind. For all of mankind. I mean, I kind of want to say, but also this. Can't I just say both? It wasn't safe, but also I did it for mankind. Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
The lieutenant keeps it laconic.
What he means is, you're right, actually. The tent was a safety hazard, and this place was deserted anyway.
Noid, what do you think about the church? What did Tiago tell you about the church? Why are you so suspicious about everything? What's with the clothes? Why are you suspicious?
Suspicious people are esoteric people. We don't go around spilling everything to Johnny Law. They don't call me Noid for nothing. It took us setting out for this whole enterprise to get our signs synced.
Why are you called the Noid anyway?
It's short for paranoid.
Aha. May I ask why? What good is being suspicious? What are we being suspicious of? Got it, tell me something else. Yeah, honestly, I don't care.
Good call. Not exposing yourself to stuff like that.
What do you think about the
It's
church?
a miracle of carpentry. Dead bodies carved into total shapes. Now it can be something more.
He rubs his hands together. You say that as a carpenter yourself? How old do you think this church is? Over 300 years? What style is this church built in? What did you mean by dead bodies?
Dead bodies are perennial plants. Sigma functions have left this place. It's a good thing we came along. The spiritual collapse has been total.
Spiritual
I
collapse?
saw some piglets suckling their dead mother. Have you heard this one, Cop Man? After a short while, they shuddered and went away. They had sensed that she could no longer see them, and that she wasn't like them anymore. What they loved in their mother weren't her body, but whatever it was that made her body live. End of quote. This is an high-quality carcass. The power of anodic beats and hard bass is needed to reanimate it.
So you're saying religion has stopped being hardcore?
Never was. A 3,000-year-old regime of history, built by hundreds of generations of self-appointed intellectuals. It's false to the core.
The way he says it, the force in false core is invested with 20 kilotons of disgust.
But you guys said the Ecclesians were all about love and hardcore before, remember? I even agreed with you about this Ecclesiasts being okay with this. And you propose dance music will supplant the system? Sure.
Melodic dance music. Regular dance music wasn't hard enough. And yes, I do.
You know what this kind of stuff goes well with.
Don't you have to be on drugs for that though? I don't need to be a narc.
Your pleasure response was more like, just wondering if he has any.
No. Man, I kind of don't want to talk to the Noid. I just don't care. But let's talk about, different topic. Let's talk about Tiago.
The Crabman's been lurking here for a while. He's experienced things. Things that give off bad signs. As far as we can tell, the Ubies built this place about 320 years ago as a sarcophagus.
Do you mean there are dead bodies here? What's it for?
Encasement, confinement, of something they were afraid of. Something new and unheard of on the Isla. I think that's what the Crabman is experiencing when he climbs around upstairs. Like, this is some old world shit the Ubies had heard about. I thought the best way to deal with it was to build a church surrounding it to contain it.
I don't get it. Contain what exactly? Huh, spooky.
I don't know. And it's not something they properly understood either, what it does. But it's what this Sona person is looking for and trying to measure.
He nods towards the woman.
It'll be fruitless though. She won't be able to measure it. People like that always want to measure everything. All those things they really can't.
The wood creaks as a gale blows by. Outside, dust particles fall through the darkness, settling down on the age-bleached floorboards. The structure does not feel particularly durable.
This building seems less than structurally sound. What makes you think Sona's going to fail?
No, it's pretty fucking unsound if you ask me. They should have built a club for anodic music around it instead. Anodic music will definitely contain whatever we're dealing with.
His words echo in the chamber.
And if it can't, well...
He shrugs non-committally. What makes you think Sona's going to fail?
Seems to be the trend around here, doesn't it? You can't measure shit like this. It's not like... substance.
Well, if it's without substance, I guess there's nothing to worry about.
Maybe you can figure things out, Copman. I think we got on a good level here. The signs are syncing up well.
Bye.
We're close.
Says the young man standing behind the mixer deck, pumping his fist in the air, lung-shaped tree girl.
True, hard, full, car. Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. All car. All right. Yeah.
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the church.
Hardcore. Ah.
I'm a little worried it isn't.
The question is, what is the question?
Just answer the question. That would have been good if I had asked you a question, but I didn't. Now it's just idiotic.
But there was a question?
Uh-huh.
Yes, what is it?
How's the project going? I see that your neighbors have moved in, but all I hear is anodic dance music.
What? What did you say?
You can barely hear her voice over the thumping bass of anodic dance music. I said, how's the project going?
I can't hear you! The music is too loud!
The project, how is it going?
Oh, the project! It's not going well!
Why?
There's that guy! I need him to plug a 3.5 cable into the auxiliary input so that I can route the audio signal through the mixer into the speakers.
Why don't you just ask him?
He doesn't listen to me! He only ever seems to care about hardcore and Yekokata! A place to be, apparently!
I'll speak to him, see what I can do.
Thanks! Maybe you can get through his magic rhymes!
She does jazz hands to mock him.
Let me know how it goes!
Right, I'll leave you to your work. Alright, Mr. Hardcore. Now we've got a thing to actually talk about.
We're close. True, hard, full, car. Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. All car. All right. Yeah.
He furrows his brow as his very large...
Hardcore. Ah.
No, but seriously.
The question is, what is... But there was no question.
Oh, come on.
We're close. True, hard, full, car. Hardcore. Hardcore to the internally coherent. All car.
He furrows his...
Is it though?
I was just thinking that a moment ago.
One mind, one spirit. There's no other world. There's no other life.
Okay.
We're close. True, hard, full, car. Hardcore, hardcore. Internally, all car.
He furrows...
Is it though?
It
What
is.
is it? I mean, really.
He tilts his head to the other side like an owl. The question is, what is the question?
No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
He frowns, then starts bobbing his head back and forth once more. Okay.
The skin on your back is crawling. For a second you can't even hear the music anymore. There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane, right next to the canal. Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
Egg, can you please route Sona's signal through your speakers? How do you like it in the church? You said you were worried. What do you think is wrong with the music? Are you a thought reader? Why are there lungs in your belt buckle? Probably because of this religion shit. Can you do this thing for Sona real quick before we go on?
Yeah! I can route it through auxiliary. What kind of a cable does she use? 3.5 or 4.5?
It's 3.5, no doubt about it. It's on the ground. Point to it.
Oh, she uses 3.5. Yeah. The auxiliary lining is 4.5 millimeter. These two don't mix.
Oh no, we're going to be in this church forever.
Don't worry, I have an adapter for it right here.
He searches for the cable on the ground and picks it up, looking at the jack.
Hang on, this is a 4.5. We're all good, people!
With a grin, he sticks the plug into the auxiliary line and you hear a satisfying click.
Whoa, thank God. Adapters noticeably degrade the sound quality.
Great! Someone got through to him. Okay, let's get it all set up. Can we turn the music off, please?
Egg, the music.
Everybody! Everybody! Don't panic! I'm going to turn off the on for just a sec. For a special scheduled event. The Arno will be back, but we're doing something else for one moment. Alright, go tell her that Egghead is ready to rave to her tunes, and then I'll turn off the music.
Okay, so I guess, how do you like it here?
Yeah! Back on the case, no disgrace. Bring it down to Party Place. The first page of the second chapter.
His voice echoes all around the grand hall.
Would it be? Maybe for him. You only have a chapter or two left in you. Last of the penultimate, or like.
You said you were worried?
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore.
He turns pensive all of a sudden.
Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam I've been pumping for the last month, and will continue pumping for the rest of 51. Isn't something holding it back from being hyper?
He thinks for a moment, then his expression clears.
It's like it's only ultra.
Whoa.
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
If anything, it sounds a bit proto. Like it's not fully formed yet. You might be a moribund alcoholic and a failed cop, but you are pretty certain a thing cannot be both proto and hardcore.
It's proto, not hardcore at all.
Wow! Culture cop!
For a moment, you almost think he's going to put his hand down. But that would be ludicrous.
I think you might be right. But how could it become hardcore then? I know it in my heart, but cannot think it in my head. If this is not hardcore, how could anything be?
Sounds suspiciously like a question. I thought the question was, what is the question? Try to think if anything could make it hardcore. Harder core. Wait, I just remembered something. I'm the police. I can't help you with this right now. I need something else, something extra. Try to think of something.
What? Guys, there's something happening in his head.
Think even harder.
Oh yeah! He's doing it!
But you're not. This is almost certainly a matter that surpasses the limits of reason.
What? My imagination fails me.
I know! So does mine!
He laughs and shakes his head.
But there's something else that hasn't failed you.
Sounds suspiciously like a question.
No! This is the answer!
I can't help you. I need something extra.
Yeah!
Oh yeah, this definitely won't fail me. Well, let's see if I can increase my physical instrument. With some equipment. Physical, bicycle, Seacar, Is it good? Oh, there you goes again with the weirdness. What is happening? Please stop. Paint threshold. Physically on the minus. No. My chances? Not the greatest. And I can't even raise my physical instrument. So this will have to wait until some other time, maybe.
Yes, what is it?
Alright, I talked to Egghead. He plugged in the cable. You can now unmute your speakers.
Okay, but think you can ask him to turn the volume down a bit? Just in case.
Maximum!
Shouts at Egghead, a great smile still adorning his face, larger than a red dwarf scar.
Maximum is the only way!
I know it is, but could you please turn it down just this instance? Just this one time? Maximum is not the only way, okay?
Pump it to the brick! Pump it to the hard master! There's no other way! Glue style!
Glue style? Okay. There literally is no other way. The mixing desk is glued to maximum.
Okay.
See? He pumps it to the hard master. It's hopeless.
Why do you want to turn down the volume? I think what Egghead is trying to say here is that the volume button is stuck on maximum.
Of course it is.
She shrugs, consigned to her fate. Shrugs, consigned to her fate.
Yeah! Permanent enlightenment! Ray of sound!
Never mind then. Let's get on with our project. I'm going to unmute the speakers on a count of 5. Everyone ready?
She looks around the church.
Egghead pumps his hand up in the air, waiting for the beat to drop.
Born ready.
Ready.
I'm ready if you two are detectives.
The lieutenant nods stoically. Suddenly, your palms are sweaty. The church seems cold and large, somehow.
Hold on for a moment.
What?
Maybe we shouldn't do this. It's too dangerous. Nah, never mind. Let's do this.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mute disengaged.
She lifts a hand from the keyboard. Complete silence fills the room.
No wind outside. No waves. No floorboards creaking. Total, continuous silence. This is unnatural. The woman looks around. In the silence, you see dust move on the floorboards. The driver of the speaker vibrates in the air and then stops. Plasterwork begins to crumble down the walls. In the silence, a low hum starts creeping up your spine. It's a song inside you, not in the speakers, not in the room. A great bass sigh in the basement of your mind. Slowly, it builds until the air around you starts to vibrate.
You see, my sound not working properly at the start of my streaming attempts today was actually all foreshadowing this exact moment. It's very clever how the game managed to manipulate my actual sound in stream. That's pretty advanced. I don't know how they did that.
It's out there now, in the world, made manifest. It will devour everything.
Cool.
The floorboards, the glass, the streets and the people. Nothing will remain.
Oh well.
Guys, what's going on?
There's alarm in the man's voice as he steps back to scan the surroundings. A slight rattle, like crystal clattering in the cupboard, fills the air, joining the chorus.
It's getting louder,
says Noid, his eyes riveted in the strange circle of water basins.
In the basins, the water looks like it's boiling.
Hosiana! Mother of Mega!
You hear Egghead yell, then something else, but his voice is growing faint.
In his mind, a tidal wave approaching from afar, swallowing entire coastlines on its way. Salvation. He's peaking. The worst high he's ever been on.
Hey, what's that weird rattling sound? It was in me at first. I've never heard anything this hardcore in my life. in me first.
The beauty and the beat! The future of dance! Planetary!
No, Egg! It's the window!
The glass shards around Dolores Day's vacant heart appear to be vibrating from the sound. It almost looks as if she's alive.
In the corner of your eye, the lieutenant steps aside, cautiously, his eyes searching for a possible evacuation route.
The window is going to come down! No, the roof!
She looks up. A screech fills the air, a scream of wood and nails. The pillars of the church twist and creak above and around you.
Cracks appear on the stained glass window. Cracks run up the wooden pillars in the dark.
Come down to us! Love!
It's shaking the building's foundation. The floor twists. A great pulse arises in your flesh.
That's it. I'm muting it.
She reaches for the keyboard. Oh, I want to dance with somebody. Start tapping your foot. Oh, I want to dance with somebody. Yeah, we should stop. So now mute it. Everybody don't panic. It's beautiful. Everybody don't panic.
Beautiful car! Beautiful life!
Shit! It doesn't stop. A seal? Have you? Yes, I've turned it off.
She yells, holding the contact mic in her hand.
Andre, pull the compressor! The place is gonna come down!
Fuck! I can't shut it up. The signal's passed. It's not in here. It's...
In the mixing desk now, building into a positive feedback loop. This is it. A great roar. The vault of the roof twists above you. Glass shatters somewhere near the door. It's coming down.
Egghead, it's in the desk. Egghead, whatever you do, don't stop it. I'm just gonna tell him it's in the desk and leave the decision up to him.
And then it stops. Totally and utterly. As if there never was a sound. Only your ears still ring from the shock. Everybody is staring at Egghead, holding a dangling cable in his hand. A black 3-pin connector.
I guess that was the most hardcore choice then.
Egg.
I pulled the plug. It was getting too hardcore.
You did good, Egg. Most of the place seems to be intact. Fucking hell. Programmer lady, tell me you were recording that.
4 years. 22 people. Millions of reals. All that time? This is what we were up against. Just erased it.
Her lip trembles.
Suliswolf isn't gonna believe this.
Yeah, but did you record it though? It was dope. I think we can use it.
Yes, Andre. I recorded it. Damn, I need to send some letters now.
Thank you all for doing this. Eggman, you too. And you, officer. I don't know what we've discovered, but I know what it sounds like now. That's a start.
Kim, did you hear that? What was that? I've never heard anything like that. You going to write Sulislav? What was that?
It was mathematical information from the anomaly, presented as a waveform. That's what it was technically. Theoretically...
She shakes her head.
I have no idea. I've never even heard of anything like this.
A voice seems muffled in the silent church. It's your ears adjusting after the exposure.
Did you hear that, Kim?
It was very hard not to. I think you're right. There is something going on here. And you need to be very careful with it.
I promise, officer. We will not play it again.
You're going to write Sulislav?
Yes, our lead designer. And maybe some of the producers too. And some of the writers. If they're sober enough to open a transmission. They need to hear.
That it wasn't her fault. Or theirs.
They need to hear about this. Don't worry, I won't send the recording. Although I doubt they have the speakers to produce the frequency anyway. Stay here. I'm going to stay here with these lunatics. Send letters, maybe meet Suliswolf. Also devise further measurements.
Okay.
I want you to know that's totally chill with us.
I don't care, but thank you anyway. Now, I have a theory to come up with. Some kind of preliminary explanation to all this. Or the letter will sound like I've lost my mind.
Yes, and we have to get back to stabilizing Martinez. Instead of demolishing it with loud bass noise of unknown origins.
Some tiny hard thing lets go in your stomach. You're still alive. You have an explanation for all this. Somewhere deep in you, you know. The person you were knows.
Well, I can just put on my logic gear again. And then this will be a 97% chance, I think. Just gotta find my logic glasses, my logic dress, my logic hat. Where was it? My logic hat. Logic hat. There it is. And I think that's it. But let's see.
Yes, what is it?
Yeah, 97%, come on.
You don't have to. You already have. A long time ago.
Wait, how?
These thoughts formed in you somewhere. In
Thanks,
a
man.
long forgotten discussion. Behind the kitchen table.
This people helped me be logical. Somewhere in a long forgotten discussion. Behind the kitchen table in the evening light.
Drinking coffee and smoking. With a friend. And a woman. She was there too. Her hair smelled of shampoo and she was smoking.
So now, it is the origin point of the pail.
What?
The swallow. It's how it starts, it's baby pail.
But Pale isn't here. We're thousands of kilometers from the edge.
No. Look up first. We are 20 meters from the very edge. Pale is only an effect, a transition between the world and that. Sure.
Then what is that?
It's nothing. No. It's less than nothing. No.
It's less than nothing. The final rest state for reality. Imagine if all this, put your hands, never was.
Then the Pale is...
Simply a gradient. Simply curdling milk. That's simply a gradient.
But the gradient, it clearly hasn't started yet. We're here and the Pale is not.
One day, when it's larger, it will be.
I understand. A theory of the Pale where instead of an outer ocean, it metastasizes. Like a cancer or a mold. Erupting in points inside the world.
This is one of those places.
According to this, how long?
Until it starts swallowing, it's already started, starting with sound.
And information. Causing data losses in the East Indian front. Have you considered why it's formed in a church? And also when or how it might start growing, or if it has other effects in addition to sound and data?
An intellectual hunger fills her now, casting fear aside.
I also have a question, since we're piling them on. How do you know this? I'm not doubting you. I'm simply curious as to how a detective of the RCM
knows how to think this.
It didn't form in a church. The church formed around it. All the failed businesses in the doomed commercial area, all the failure in Martinez. I think I've had this thought before. That's how I know.
An amateur anthropomedic police officer. I'd like to say I've heard stranger things, but I'm not sure. This is a hell of a guess, however. Well worded, I might add.
Yes, it is very interesting. But I wouldn't say you know. This is a guess. One that's going to have to be proved by anthroponetic scientists.
Fair enough. Failed businesses and stuff.
You think the presence of that puncture has somehow influenced the outcome of events here? Even say software development?
She already made up her mind when she heard it. Some kind of great and uncaring force had to play a part. It wasn't only them.
Yes, even the revolution was defeated here. I mean, a kind of anthroponetic history. All the failed businesses and ideologies, there's something wrong here. No, we're reaching. People fail on their own. I mean, they do. I don't know, man. I feel like we are reaching. But... I mean, it's probably pretty central to this game's story, right? The Pale and all that. But I also feel like maybe this spot here is the Pale that was maybe created by Ruby with her Pale creator or whatever it was called. Whatever, there's something wrong here.
I told the producers we need to go and move to a normal office building with amenities. But no, the artists like the milieu, the writers like the history. I told them.
I should let people still working in there know about this. They might be affected. No, it's better they don't know. I mean, it doesn't hurt to let them know.
You mean Plaisance and the Dice Maker? There was almost no one left when we packed up.
I mean, that's still 2 people. 3 if we count Plaisance's daughter. No, just the Dice Maker. I don't think Plaisance would survive this knowledge. That's true. No, just Plaisance. I don't think Neha is playing fair in this game. Oh. First time I played this game, I didn't encounter a single Pale-related thing. Huh. Interesting. It seems to come up all the time with me. I think I should tell both of them, even if I don't think Plaisance is gonna know what to do with this info, and just go like, oh, it's the curse.
Then go tell them.
She smiles, suddenly encouraging. It didn't form in a church. The church formed around it. I don't really, but whatever.
Of course! A pine wood sarcophagus. Or a containment facility of some kind. Built by the first settlers.
Yes, acting on an instinctual level, or religious practices we've forgotten. Or it can be a coincidence.
Yes, but still, I have considered the same. And the bad news is, there were 7 such pinewood churches built in the first decade of Revachol settlement.
And the other 6 are all gone in the Pale.
Most of them were burnt down during the revolution, or repurposed before, during the suzerain. I'm not saying all of them have one in them, but...
Some of them might. A black grain hanging in the air.
One day, all the world will be like that 2mm hole.
She falls silent. The wind blows in through the hole in the stained glass window. Cold and moist.
I'm going to leave that out. But the rest? Some of this I can use to start to explain this to the rest of the team. Maybe I'll sound mad, but...
Man, you will certainly sound mad.
One more thing. Maybe a club for anodic music isn't the worst thing you can erect around this part.